Hello fellow travelers, my name is SG and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be doing another reading of Dante's Inferno, continuing with Canto 15. Last time we saw Dante and Virgil, they were still in the area where people have taken their own lives, and in this place of it, there are people who are suffering from a river of burning fire, each one representing a deeper level of their sins. And when Dante asked where the origin of all this was, we heard a quick story from Virgil on the matter. Didn't really answer the question, but it really did answer the question. Well, for now, let's continue, shall we? Now bear us onward one of the hard margins, and so the booklet's mist overshadows it. From fire it saves the water and the dikes, even as the Flemings twixt Cassands and Bruges, fearing the flood that towards them hurls itself. Their bulwarks build to put the sea to flight, and as the Paduans along the Brenta to guard their villas and their villages, and ever Shintana feel the heat. In such similitude had those been made, albeit not so lofty nor so thick. Whoever he might be, the master made them. Now, where were we from the forest so remote? I could not have been discovered where it was, even if backwards I had turned myself, when we a company of souls encountered, who came beside the dike, and everyone gazed at us, as at evening we are wont, to eye each other under a new moon, and so towards us sharpened they their brows, as an old tailor at needle's eye. Thus scrutinized by such a family, by someone I was recognized, who seized my garment's hem and cried out, "What a marvel!" And I, who he stretched forth his arm to me, and his backed aspect fastened to mine eyes, that the scorched countenance prevented not his recognition by my intellect, and bowing down my face unto his own, I made reply, "Are you here, Sir Brunetto?" And he, "May it not displease thee, O my son, if a brief space with thee, Brunetto Latini, backward return, and let the trial go on?" I said to him, "With all my power I ask it, and if you wish me to sit down with you, I will, if he pleases, for I go with him." "O son," he said, "whoever of this herd a moment stops, lies then 100 years, not fans himself, which smitteth him the fire. Therefore go on, I am thy skirts will come, and afterward will I rejoin my band, which goes lamenting its eternal doom." I did not dare to go down from the road level to walk with him, but my head bowed, I held as one who goeth reverently, and he began, "What fortune, of what fate before the last day leadeth thee down here, and who is this that showeth thee the way?" "Up there above us, in the life serene," I answered him. "I lost me in a valley, or ever yet my age had been completed. But yestermorn I turned back my back upon it, and this one appeared to me, returning thither, and homeward leadeth me along this road." And he to me, "If thou thy star do follow, thou canst not fail thee of a glorious port, if well I judged in that life beautiful, and if had not died so prematurely, seeing heaven thus benot unto thee, I would have given thee comfort in the work. But the ungrateful and malignant people, which of old time from fossil descended, and smack still of the mountain and the granite, will make itself for thy good deeds thy foe, and it is right, for among crabbed sorbs it ill befits the sweet figs to bear fruit. Old rumor in the world proclaims that blind a people avarice, envious, proud. Take heed that the customs thou do cleanse thee. Thy fortune so much honor doth reserve thee. One party and the other still be hungry. For thee, but far from goat shall be the grass. There little let the beasts of fell soul make of themselves, nor let them touch the plant, if any still upon their dunghill rise, in which may yet revive the consecrated seeds of those Romans, who remained there when the nest of such great malice began. If my entry wholly were fulfilled, replied I to him, not yet would you be in banishment from human nature placed. For in my mind is fixed, and touches now my heart the dear and good paternal image of you. When in the world from hour to hour you taught me how a man becomes eternal, and how much I am grateful, while I live behooves me that in my language be discerned. What you narrate of my career I write, and keep it to be glossed with other texts, by a lady who can do it, if I reach her. This much will I have manifested to you, provided that my conscience do not chide me, for whatever fortune I am ready. Such hansel is not new unto my ears, therefore let fortune turn her wheel around, as it may please her, and thus churl his mattock. My master thereupon his right cheek did backward turn himself, and looked at me, then said, He listeneth while now, who not noteth it. Nor speaking less on the account I go with Sir Brunetto, and I ask who are his most known and most eminent companions. And he to me of some is well, of others were laudable to be silent, for a short would be the time for so much speech. Know them in sum, that all of them were clerks, and men of letters great and of great fame, in the world tainted with the self-same sin. Pressian goes yonder with that wretched crowd, and Francis of Arxos, and thou hadst seen there, if thou hadst had a hankering for such scruff. That one, who by the servant of the servants, from Arno, was transferred to Bashingonion, where he has left his sin-excited nerves. More would I say, but coming and discoursing can be no longer, for that I behold new smoke uprising yonder from the sand. A people come from whom I may not be. Command unto thee by be me Tesron, in which I still live, and no more I ask. Then he turned round, and seemed to be of those who at Verona run from the green mantle across the plain, and seemed to be among them, the one who wins and the one who loses. Alright, now that we've read this chapter, how about we talk about it, shall we? This chapter is still Dante and Virgil making their way to the next level, or at least the gate to the next level. But Dante meets a curious person. He meets a former teacher, Brunetto, and he wants to sit there and talk to him. He was a statesman. He was kind of a government official, and also, like I said, he was Dante's teacher, one he respected and one that he cared for, and kind of shocked that he was here to see him. There he gave him advice, saying that things are going to be much more difficult down the way, and that he predicts that there are going to be a lot of bad things coming, and that's pretty much just the nature of things down there, and that he'll have two different parties, some that seem like they would be with him, some that won't, that are against him no matter what. And he prophesies this, and Dante pretty much says that he accepts what's going to happen, whether it be a positive or whether it be a negative, but he still accepts it, no matter how it turns or where the fate will lead him. He then says to his teacher, I am grateful to have met you because I want to say thank you for teaching me what it means to be a man and what it means to be eternal, what it means to last forever, and to write, to read, and to teach me what it's like to talk to people, and so on and so forth. And it said that he even thinks that it's mainly because of what he taught him that he met Beatrice, the one he's after right now, the one he's looking for to get to the other side. His teacher is kind of grateful for that, but soon realizes that he needs to catch up with the other wandering spirits that are there looking for their exit. And so at the end, his teacher leaves him with a bit of a chipper mood, a somber mood, I would say. But still, Dante feels better from this interaction, and kind of saddened that his teacher is here, constantly walking this mile back and forth. I hope you guys enjoyed this section. I liked it. I liked this little interaction. It wasn't as doom and gloom as the other ones. I think it was a bit happier, honestly. Or maybe that's just the way I'm interpreting myself. You might have a different interpretation of it, which is fine, because I do think that this is not meant to be a darker section, but more of a sadder one. And I think that the way I interpret it is different compared to most. But tell me what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And see you guys next time. I'll be back next week with another chapter. Have a great one.